Immediately after, my younger brother launched a furious attack on me. I was kicked flying and crashed into a chair. He then pressed his foot against my neck and ordered his men to bring out a dog cage. Inside, huddled in filth, was actually my wife, who had just separated from me. At the sight of her, my once calm heart was overwhelmed with guilt once again. Watching my wife and me embrace, my younger brother kicked me violently to the ground. He dragged her aside and threw her into an icy water vat. I tried to rush to her rescue, but two soldiers pinned me down, leaving me helpless. Just as my wife's life hung in the balance, one of my brother's men suddenly reported that Shaolin monks had stolen the national treasure and broken into the prison to rescue the refugees. Only then did my brother realize he'd been tricked. I had deliberately come to hold him back, allowing my other Shaolin juniors to retrieve the national treasure and save the refugees. Furious, he quickly dispatched troops to intercept them and ordered his men to shoot my wife and me. But as soon as he left, several of my juniors arrived as planned. They knocked out the armed soldiers and successfully rescued us. Meanwhile, my brother and his men caught up with my eldest senior brother and the others. To cover the evacuation of the other juniors, my eldest senior brother stood firm at the door, refusing to retreat. Amazed by his fearlessness, my brother immediately fired 2 shots, piercing his body. He then pulled out 2 bayonets, killed the 2 soldiers blocking his way, and wielded the blades wildly to attack my senior brother, who was left with no ability to fight back. Even though he was severely wounded, my senior brother used his hands to block the door, preventing my brother from passing. Subsequently, my brother gathered his army and marched on Shaolin Temple. An hour before his arrival, the abbot had been rescued by the young monks. By then, the laborers had also returned to the temple. Knowing my brother would never spare Shaolin, they had no choice but to abandon the temple and flee. With his cruelty and access to guns and cannons, we stood no chance against him. To counter this, the abbot ordered Qianlong to lead the others to safety, while he and the remaining disciples stayed behind to intercept my brother. Sure enough, upon arriving, my brother immediately used explosives to blow open the temple gates. The ancient temple was destroyed in an instant. Enraged by the sight, my fellow disciples grabbed their weapons and charged out. Facing the hail of gunfire from modern weapons, they did not flinch. Using fire attacks and sneak strikes to kill the enemy, they showed no mercy, knowing that only by eliminating the attackers quickly could they give more people a chance to survive. In the chaos, my second senior brother fought desperately against Guizuki. After a series of relentless battles, and with Guizuki's underhanded tactics, my senior brother was overwhelmed and stabbed through the chest with a sword. Yet even as he lay dying, Guizuki's insults against Shaolin ignited a final spark of rage in him. With a final effort, he pressed himself against the blade to close the distance, then grabbed the sword hilt and used the tip of the blade behind him to slit Guizuki's chest, sacrificing himself to take his enemy down. Having avenged himself, my second senior brother clasped his hands together in prayer and knelt on the ground, taking his last breath.